But yeah, cool. Okay. If you don't mind and if it's good with you, I just want to like ask you a few questions from like a testimonial perspective, if that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Be honest, if anything's been shit and wrong, say it. But yeah, just want to try and get like a bit of an understanding from a couple of different people who are like a fair way in and how they're feeling about things, mostly for me to like course correct and make sure I'm providing as much as I can for you guys and for anybody else coming on board. So yeah, just trying to like refine and make it as good as possible for people. So yeah, as long as I'm happy to ask you a few questions, no pressure, like either way. If you don't feel like answering something, just say, nah, I don't want to answer that or whatever. There's only a couple of questions anyway. And yeah, cool.
Sweet. Yeah, go for it, man.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate that. So first one is, why did you start working with me?
Well, mostly I've just kind of watched your journey through social media.
Okay.
So I know it's not one of those do this crash diet and you'll get super skinny in 2 weeks kind of thing. I've seen the hard work you've put in from, was it Dollapandy or Glebe Street, like that area, buying that first house. Like I worked in Nando's with yourself and Sam, watching him talk about it, and then just watching everything just grow and grow. To you're at the point where you're now effectively a consultant for other people, which is you've made it at that point. You know what I mean? So
yeah, amazing. Yeah, nice.
So yeah,
amazing. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you. And yeah, good to know. Like, it's good to understand that. Like, I guess having seen like my journey through socials, like I guess it was obviously something that you watched visually and you saw.
Yeah, 100%. And like, especially with nowadays, with people, everything's more visual. You could hand someone like a slab of, if you followed everything in this point to point, this 200-page document, you will have 30 houses in your portfolio in 10 years.
Yeah.
People wouldn't read it.
You
need that visual aid. So definitely a big help.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Cool. That's helpful. And into like, what about like wins for like, if you had any wins in particular that you can remember, or anything you feel particularly good about?
I think I've got like one giant overall win from doing this course is that I've just broadened my understanding. Because before this was like, it's not a pipe dream, because I knew it was something I was going to do, but I was very uneducated and it was going to take a lot of effort and time on my part.
Okay.
So a massive win for me is that the knowledge I've kind of accrued from you, but also from other people's, like Sia, for example, and just having that community aspect.
Nice.
And that's been really great, because you could have, before this course, like, what's loan to value, what's this and this, and it was just words on a page, and now I understand it. I understand what bridging loans are. I understand what I need to be looking for in a house. So I'm not going in taking the mick out of things like that, how to broker a deal between people, haggle effectively.
Yeah, nice. Really interested about the community side of things, because I think lots of people undervalue it to a certain extent, and I feel like that's why I want to do like a retreat, and the more get-togethers I can do and the more community calls I can do, I think it's a superpower having like a network like that. But like, what about the community? Obviously, that like communication was clear, but like anything else about the community that's been particularly good or bad?
It's just like the back and forth as well. Like there's people of different levels in the community that we've got going on, and there's some people on your level, there's some people with a bit more knowledge, and there's some people with a little bit less knowledge.
Yeah, sure.
I've always thought that when you're growing yourself, it's by helping others and listening to people.
Yeah, nice.
So with that community, it's not just me sitting here listening to you talk for an hour or 2 hours, which I could do. I find it interesting as anything. But it's the engagement of everything, because friends, you might ask something and I haven't thought about that. Actually, Josh, let's expand on that? And then there might be someone in the group who, didn't want to say anything, whatever, and they're being benefited from that as well. So it's that whole community thing. And then like using Brad, set me up with mortgage advisor, things like that, it's having contacts and things. And as we get into later stages where we're owning properties, etc., it's don't use this person because XYZ, use this person because they're super reliable. Like, it's people are finding out the hard stuff for you, but not keeping it to themselves. They're sharing it. And together we can kind of grow from that.
definitely. Yeah, like avoiding everybody's mistakes, and like hopefully collectively that means that, yeah, generally we move forward, more efficiently and more and faster.
That's it, man.
Yeah,
You
nice.
know?
What about like from the accountability side? Have you felt like you've been held accountable, or do you feel like that's something that like?
Yeah, 100%. Like the check-ins every week and stuff like that. Like if I see that message coming up, it's it's like, oh, dude, like what are my wins? And it's making me reflect, and it's like I could have had a bad week, and actually, do you know what? This thing happened. They were really good,
Mhm.
and there's that accountability. It's the kind of you're not on top of us in the sense of like I don't want it to seem like you're some drill instructor or anything,
Yeah,
but
okay.
there's always that thing of like you're there. There's that like you're always present kind of thing in the group chat, asking how we're doing, sharing things, and it just keeps your mind on this
Cool.
because I think that's a big part of the accountability.
Yeah,
Because it's very easy to go, yeah, I'll sign up for this course and then completely forget about it,
yeah,
and then wonder, oh, why did I spend X, Y, Z? I've got nothing out of it. You did, but you just didn't interact with it.
yeah. It makes sense. Yeah,
You know
I
what
think.
I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think like for me, I wanna make sure that accountability is there. That's why this question's in, really, just to like test on how people like temperature check how they feel about me sending those questions out, the kind of
Yeah,
interaction,
no, I like it.
amount of communication. Because like in anything in life, if you're consistent at something, you will get good over time, just naturally. If,
Yeah.
whatever you do, whether it's cutting your lawn or whether it's being like some sort of rocket science, whatever you do consistently, you'll get better at. So yeah, I want to make sure that like you guys are accountable to yourselves, and it's like it's not answering to me for me, it's answering
No.
to me for you. That's the idea behind it. So yeah,
This is it.
good to understand everybody's perspectives on accountability. Nice.
No.
Okay. And then I get final one, really, but like just to talk around, like what would you say to anybody who's kind of sitting on the fence about a decision around working in this community and with me?
Oh, get off the fence.
Which way?
Was that? Like, jump in, dude. Like, it doesn't matter whether you have the money, whether you don't have the money. I mean, our example that we've just talked about, there's things that have happened in my life that they're not preventing me from getting to my goal, but they're little setbacks, but it's not stopping me because I've got the knowledge there now.
Okay.
They might have done a couple of years ago, but I've got a great community around me. I've got yourself who's enthusiastic and people, and you work with me on solutions. So it's like it's win-win. Like, why wouldn't you just get into it?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's really, really, really helpful. Amazing. Yeah, that's all I had. To really, really helpful, just in terms of feedback, in terms of making things better, making sure that I am keeping people accountable and providing the things they need and they want. So yeah, amazing. Thanks, man.